So today I am going to do some transplanting. I'm feeling very inspired to transplant some of my Lisianthus and also some of my Snapdragons in stock. This is the tray that did not fare as well as my first tray. When I was actually thinning my first tray, I saved a couple of little baby ones that I thought had great roots and put them in some cans a little earlier. And tell me those aren't gorgeous. I did transplant some that looked really great earlier on, and now this is my tray I'm trying to salvage. I'm going to do these first, and then with my Lisianthus, they're looking really beautiful too. I'll give you an up-close shot.
So really, they're looking pretty great. There's a little bit of algae growth starting. I think I may have been watering just a little too much. So I'm gonna back off on the watering a little bit. But overall, I'm really pleased since this is a notoriously more difficult flower to start from seed. And this is my tray of not as great of Snapdragons and stock.
Okay, let's transplant these Snapdragons first. I've already put regular potting mix into these containers, about 4-inch cans. I am running low and need to go get some more. So I am gonna use some extra large can and put 3 to 4 in those. I'm gonna shovel these out. I'm trying to nurse these babies back to life, but that's a good root. Look at that. And press it down into the potting soil, making sure all the root is covered. I'll give you an up-close look. Scooping it out, being careful not to cut through the root, and transplanting them into the larger container, gently pressing down, making sure all the root is covered. Let's keep going. Water these in. Okay, I'm doing an experiment with those Snapdragons. I did half back under the grow light and half, or a couple back into the greenhouse. So we'll see how those fare. Now for the stock.
I transplanted the stock the same as the Snapdragons by gently lifting the seedling and root out of its cell tray using a butter knife, separating any roots that might be entwined with a pencil, and placing it into the new potting soil, ensuring the roots are covered.
I'll water them in. I'm going to do the same with these. I'm going to put one under the grow light and one into the greenhouse and see which one does better. You can grow. You can grow. This tray is now clean, so I'm going to transplant my extra Lisianthus from this pot into this plant using tweezers. Nicole on Flower Hill Farm did this, and I think it's genius. So let's fill this tray with dirt first. I am still using seed starting mix for this. The soil has been pre-moistened, so it's ready to go. Voila, okay. Now I'm gonna come in here with my tweezers and gently pull out the Lisianthus and the roots. Here we go.
Its roots still attached to the flower.
I'll take it, lift it up, gently put it down there, and press those roots in. And making sure those roots are covered. This one is what I'm looking for. Nice root system. The ones that I'm picking in the cell are the bigger one, assuming that they have bigger roots and will be easier to transplant. And then I'm leaving the smaller one behind to grow. Here's a look at the tray I transplanted over. Everything up to this cell, the original tray. I'm going to go in with vermiculite on both of them and water these again because they're due for a little bit. This is wet enough over here, so I'm not gonna water these. But that way I can promote good drainage in both of these since they want to dry out a little bit between waterings. I did not do vermiculite the first time that I planted these, and I have started to get a little bit of algae growth. Vermiculite helps loosen up compacted soil and promotes aeration. So I am gonna go back and put some on now to help prevent that. I'm gonna go put these under my grow light and make sure I've got a fan nearby so they get plenty of air circulation, and it'll be fun to watch these grow. I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching Tiny's Garden. See you in the next one. Happy planting! And the results are definitely different. This one I put under the grow light. This one I put into the greenhouse, and you can definitely see this one is faring better. This one still has some leaves that are curling downward, not quite looking as sprightly as this butte, rebounding pretty well. So I recommend taking the extra step and putting them back under the grow light. All these are doing pretty well before putting them in the greenhouse. These were in the greenhouse. See how they're not looking as healthy. So I'm gonna leave these in here to catch up with these that are doing really well so far.